What is racism? How does it impact lives in many ways that we may not always see? These are difficult questions, but they are essential if we want to understand the world we live in. Today, I will discuss the consequences of multiple racist acts that have led to the loss of African American lives. The song I Can't Breathe by her conveys the emotional, social, and cultural impacts of these events and reveals the continuing presence of racism in American society. According to Adler, Rodman, and Dupre, made in 2023, in understanding human communication, language and symbols are powerful tools that can convey messages, shape perception, and influence societal attitudes. The lyrics and tone of I Can't Breathe serve as a form of communication, expressing the experiences, frustration, and anger of those affected by racial injustice. To understand the song, it is important to consider what meaning the language and tone convey. It is also crucial to clarify how unspoken ideas reveal value or lack of value in our society. My thesis today is this: I Can't Breathe allows the audience to witness the ongoing prevalence of racism in America and urges listeners to recognize the societal damage caused by repeated racial injustices. The song challenges us to confront and respond to systemic inequality. The song conveys powerful messages of oppression, injustice, systemic racism, fear, and grief. These themes highlight the experiences of African Americans in relation to European Americans in society. The repetition of the phrase, I can't breathe, emphasizes the emotional and physical strain of racism on individuals. Consider a few lines from the song I Can't Breathe by her. Starting a war, screaming peace at the same time. This was found at the 21st second. This lyric shows the results of racist acts, particularly those involving police brutality. It reflects the contraindications faced by communities calling for peace while still confronting violence. The second quote is, "You're taking my life from me." This was found at the 52nd second. This line shows the devastating consequences of police brutality and racist behaviors, innocent lives taken unjustly. The third one is, "All the corruption, injustice, the same crimes." This lyric highlights the ongoing issues that spark protests, reminding listeners that the problem is systemic. The tone of her delivery is powerful and stirs deep emotions. The fourth quote is, "And generations of supremacy resulting in your ignorant, privileged eyes." It was found on 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Here, her calls out the roots of racism, supremacy and privilege, carried over from the past into today's society. These lines are not just lyrics. They are a call to recognize the ongoing suffering and frustration of African Americans in the United States. According to Sanchez, made in 2020, who reviews music, it says, "It's time we stop ignoring the past and correct our mistakes, because in the end, we're all the same underneath." This perspective connects directly to the message of the song: equality, humanity, and a need to confront injustice. According to Adler, Rodman, and Dupre, made in 2023, also reminds us of the difference between denotation and connotation. Denotation is the exact definition found in dictionaries, while connotation connects to emotions and associations. The song's words carry both meanings. They are literal, but they also spark feelings of grief, anger, and urgency. According to Tracy, and that was made in 2021, a staff editor at People, explains the reason her made the song. "It's painful to watch these men and women die." Her wanted to use her platform to share that pain and to dedicate the song to those who lost their lives due to police brutality. So we must ask ourselves some important questions. How does racism appear in everyday communication, media, or public interactions? To what extent are these behaviors influenced by culture, upbringing, or internalized bias? And how can songs and art communicate social issues in a way that inspires change? Racism remains a pervasive problem in the United States, deeply impacting individuals and communities. Hers, I Can't Breathe, demonstrates how language, music, and artistic expression can expose racial injustice and convey powerful emotional messages. Recognizing these messages encourages us to reflect, to question our own assumptions, and to be a part of a movement towards justice. By being mindful of the language we use, by listening to these voices, and by acknowledging the pain behind them, we can foster greater understanding and demonstrate respect for all individuals. The song challenges us not to just listen, but to act. Thank you.